Okay, this is Paradise City Part 1, the intro. And when this actually has some reviews, you might notice that this is posted after like Part 2. And that's because I fucked up in the original one. I didn't notice something before. So I'm redoing it. Don't worry, you're fine. Anyways, so the intro riff goes like this. Alright, I messed up towards the end, but it's fine. Anyways, so it's gonna begin with a G chord. You know, just a regular G chord. 3 on the low E, 2 on the A, 0 on the D, 0 on the G, 0 on the B, and 3 on the high E. Oh yeah, also, this thing right here is gonna be flipped up. Usually when Slash uses distortion, he's gonna have it flipped down, and when he does a solo, he's gonna have it flipped up most of the time, but I have seen him flip it down sometimes. Also, when there's acoustic bits on the electric guitar, it's usually also gonna be flipped up, I think. Anyways, so yeah, we strum the G chord, and then we hit 3 on the high E, 0 on the B, and then 0 on the G. Then we go back to the 3 on the high E, and then we hit the 0 on the G, and then we go 3 on the high E, 0 on the B, and 0 on the G again. So and then we go back to the B, the 0 on the B. So I'll do it really slow this time. And then on the C chord, we're going to go like this. Now what that is we just hit the open D and the open G at the same time though. And then we're going to take our middle finger and hammer onto the 2nd fret of the D string. But we're just going to leave the 0 on the G ringing. Just leave that ringing. So, like that. Like a... And then we're going to, after we hammer on, we're going to hit the 3rd fret on the D. And then we're going to hit the 2nd fret on the D again. No, we're going to hit the 3rd fret on the A. Back to the 2nd fret on the D. So from the beginning it goes like this. And then we're going to do that same pattern, 3 on the high E, except we're also going to put our index finger on the 1st fret of the B string. So 3 on the high E, 1 on the B, 0 on the G. So really slow like this. And then we're going to go back to the 3 on the high E, to the 0 on the G, back to the 3 on the high E, to the 1st on the B, to the 0 on the G, to the 1st on the B again. So from the beginning it goes like... So really slow like this. And then we're going to hit that same open D and open G at the same time. But we're going to hammer onto the 2nd fret of the G and the 3rd fret of the D at the same time. So, like that. So from the beginning it goes like this. I messed up. Anyways. So after we hammer onto that, it's going to be kind of like an F shape. Like the chord is going to be almost F shaped. So after we hammer on to that, we're going to hit the 1st fret of the B, then to the 3rd fret of the high E, back to the 1st fret of the B, to the 2nd fret of the G. So back to the first fret of the B. So from the beginning it goes like this. Oh my god, dude. I keep messing up. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm gonna just play it again one more time. Like that. And then we're gonna do that same thing that we did on the C chord. So that's just like, you know, open D, open G, hammer onto the second fret of the B, the D, to the third fret of the A, back to the second fret of the D. So yeah, it's gonna go like, and then we're gonna go 3 on the high E, 1 on the B, to the 0 on the G. So and then we're gonna release our index finger from the first fret of the B string and just hit the 0 on the B. So like this. Like that. So from the beginning it goes like this. And then just strum the G chord again. So after that, after we strum the G chord again, we're gonna go like this. 3 on the high E, 0 on the B, 0 on the G. So from the beginning it goes like this. Back to the third fret on the high E. So, and then we're going to hit the 0 on the G again. So, and then now after that we're going to do this pattern that goes like this. So what that is we're just going to hit the 0 on the G string. So we're going to end up hitting the 0 on the G string twice. So the first time is going to be when we're doing this. That's once, and then again when we're going like this. Because what that is we're going to hit the 0 on the G, and we're going to hammer onto the second fret of the G, and while we're hammering onto the second fret of the G, we're going to hit the 0 on the B, but then when we hit the second fret of the G, we're going to let go of the second fret of the G. When we hit the 0 fret, I'm just going to restart. 0 on the G, hammer onto the second fret of the G, and when we hammer onto the second fret of the G, we're going to hit the 0 on the B. So, but then let go of the G, the second fret of the G, so we can hit the 0 fret on the G again. So, like that. And then we do the same thing, except on the D string. So we hit the 0 on the D, hammer onto the second fret of the D, hit the 0 fret on the G, like the open G, let go, and then hit the 0 on the D again. Like that. So from the beginning it goes like this. And now that's the end of it. And then we just restart. So I'll start like this. See? And so you're gonna do this. So you're gonna do that riff 3 times, or you're actually gonna play it 4 times, but on the 4th time it's gonna be different. So you're gonna play this 3 times, like this whole thing. You're gonna do it 3 times. Watch. That's 1. So we do it 3 more times. Now on the 4th time we're gonna go like this. Crap, let me start again. So on the 4th time we're gonna go like this. Okay, so yeah, so on the fourth time, when we get to the F chord, when we hammer on to the F chord like that, instead of doing this, we're just gonna let it ring. So like this. Like we're actually gonna strum the chord. You know? So like this, from the beginning it goes like, just like that. We're not gonna do, so we just do that little hammer on thing, and then we wait a bit, and then we move up to the C chord. And we're also gonna keep our pinky finger right here on the third for the high E. We're gonna keep it there like almost the entire time, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so yeah, after like this, we're just gonna hit the C chord, and then a G chord. And then that's what the electric guitar comes in, which you're gonna be learning in part 2. Anyways, yeah, I hope this helps.